Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and staying safe at home. Today I'm going to start a new topic in your Oxford Progressive English. So this is your Oxford Progressive English. I request you all to open your textbook, page number 92. This is page number 92. Unit 18, Round the World. You know what is round the world? As the title of the unit is telling by itself, to travel all over the world. Let's start with Unit 18, lesson number 1. Listen and speak. Number 1. Read the dialogue and answer the questions. Mr. Milton is a farming advisor. Where did he go on his trip? What was he doing? Students, this is the conversation from Mr. Milton's family. In this family, there are 4 members. Mr. Milton, Mrs. Milton, Charlie, and Sally. Students, how many of you have gone on a trip? How many of you are interested on going on a trip? I think most of you. Now, what things you need to take on a trip? What all preparations you do? You pack your baggage with all necessary things, including clothes, books, toys, medicines, food items, camera, and the things related to your trip. It depends on what kind of trip you are going on. Now there are many kind of trips, like package holiday, event travel. What is event travel? Like some event, you are going for an event, for example, or some birthday party or a marriage party. Then another kind of trip is visiting your friends or relatives. Then business trip and many more. So here in this conversation, Mr. Milton is coming back from his business trip. He is a farming advisor. You know what is the work of a farming advisor? To assist and advise farmers to solve problems like nutrients disorders in plants and to create solutions, to give suggestions what to do. So today we will read this conversation. Now students, look at the picture. Whom you can see in the picture? This is Charlie. Who is coming inside? Mr. Milton. Mr. Milton is Charlie's father. What Charlie is doing? He is running towards his father. Students, now we are going to read these dialogues. Mr. Milton is a farming advisor. Where did he go on his trip? What was he doing? These are the questions. We will get the answer in this conversation. So after reading this conversation, I will ask you the answers of these questions. So all of you be attentive and be careful. Let's start reading. Mrs. Milton, what was your trip like? Did it all go well? Mr. Milton, yes, it all went fine. There were no problems. So students, Mrs. Milton is asking about the trip, how it was. Is everything fine? Mr. Milton answered her, yes, everything is fine. Everything is okay. There were no problems. Charlie, Glad that you are back, Daddy. Where exactly did you go? Mr. Milton. I went to New Zealand's North Island. I was in the northeast near the coast. Now, Charlie is Mr. Milton's son. So, his son asked about the exact location where he went. Students, you know where Mr. Charlie went for a trip? Yes, he went to New Zealand's North Island. So, he's telling that he went to New Zealand's North Island. Now, Sally, did you go there by sea or by air? Mr. Milton, I flew to North Island and then went around by jeep. Sally is Mr. Milton's daughter. She's asking how Mr. Milton went on his trip with which means of transport. So she wanted to know the means of transport by which he traveled. And Mr. Milton answered his daughter that he traveled by aeroplane till North Island and then he went by jeep. Mrs. Milton, what were you doing there? Mr. Milton, I was there to examine some kiwi fruit wines. Now Mrs. Milton was curious to know about Mr. Milton's work. She questioned him that what were you doing there? So Mr. Milton explained his wife that some kiwi fruit wines were diseased. So he went to examine some kiwi fruit wines. Charlie, why, Daddy? What was wrong with them? Mr. Milton, some of the fruit wines were diseased, so I went to try to save them. As Charlie asked his daddy, why, Daddy, what's wrong with them? Charlie wanted to know what's wrong with kiwi fruit wines. So Mr. Milton answered him that some kiwi fruit wines were diseased. He advised the farmers to give some necessary nutrients to the plants in order to save the damage. Students, I hope you all have understood these dialogues. So now it's time to answer the questions what we have read in the beginning of the dialogues. So where did he go on his trip? Okay. He went to New Zealand's North Island. And what was he doing? He examined some kiwi fruit wines that were diseased. He tried to save them by giving proper nutrients. So students, I request you to please read and practice all these dialogues twice. Before starting our exercises, let me highlight you this box. What do you mean by compass point? Here the compass points of learning, they may turn their faces whatever the goal they may conceive. Like here, these are this all dialogues are based on the interrogative sentences. And do you know what is interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is a type of sentence that asks a question starting with a word like how, when, what, where, did you, etc. Like these type of words, and it ends with a question mark. So the whole conversation is based on the questions, the type of interrogative questions. Like someone is asking about something to somebody. Okay. Now on the same page, page number 92, let's start with our exercises. So exercise number 2, answer these questions. Question number 1, how did Mr. Milton travel to North Island? Who can answer me? Mr. Milton traveled to North Island by aeroplane. Okay, Let's proceed to question number 2. How did he travel when he got there? Who can answer? Yes, he traveled by a jeep. So answer 2 is by jeep. You can write in front of the questions. There is a space. You can draw a line and write the answers on that. Okay, question number 3. What kind of wines grow in New Zealand's North Island? Answer is kiwi fruit wines. Next, question number 4. Were the wines that Mr. Milton saw healthy or unhealthy? Do you think the wines are healthy or unhealthy? Yes, it was unhealthy. That's why Mr. Milton went to cure the kiwi fruit wines. Okay, so answer is unhealthy. So all of you write the answers in front of the questions. Exercise 3. Listen to part of a travel program about Dubai. What was the traveler's journey like? Write the answers below the pictures. In exercise 3, the reporter is asking questions to a person who came back from a Dubai trip. You know who is reporter? He is a person who report or conduct interviews for broadcasting. So he is asking all the things what he did on his journey. Journey means to travel somewhere. And what do you mean by travel? Travel means going from one place to another. So students, at the back of your book, page number 111, there is an interview conducted by a reporter. So I'll read for you. Alright, page number 111, unit 18, lesson 1, exercise number 3. A traveler is talking to a reporter after a trip to Dubai. Reporter: where did you go for your holiday? Traveler: we went to Dubai for a week. Reporter: really? What was the weather like? Traveler: it was sunny and not too hot. Reporter: did you travel around at all? Traveler: oh yes, we drove around most days. Reporter: what were the roads like? I've never been to Dubai. Traveler: oh, they are excellent. They are modern. Reporter: did you enjoy the food? Traveler: oh yes, we had Italian food and Lebanese food too. Reporter: did you meet many people? Traveler: oh yes, we met lots of people in the hotel and on the beach. Reporter: were they friendly? Traveler: oh yes, very friendly and funny too. They told us lots of jokes. Now we will write the answers on page number 92, exercise number 3. We will write the answers according to the questions asked through the pictures. Can you see what's happening in these pictures? Picture number 1. Number 1. Students, what you can see in this picture? Here are some clouds. The sun is shining bright over here and the wind is blowing. See, the trees are moving, isn't it? So, the reporter is asking, what was the weather like? Who can answer me? Yes, I know you all can answer me. It was sunny. It was sunny and not too hot. So all of you write here in the blank, it was sunny, not too hot. The weather was not too hot. Okay, picture number 2. What you can see here? Here you can see some food items, isn't it? So the reporter is asking about the food. Did you enjoy the food? So the traveler answered, yes, he enjoyed the food and he had Italian and Lebanese food. So all of you write it in the blank, Italian and Lebanese. What kind of food he had? He had Italian and Lebanese food. Okay, picture number 3. What you can see here? You can see a small car is driving through the road, isn't it? The road is looking so smooth. So the traveler is inquiring about the road. What were the roads like? So the reporter is asking about the roads. What were the roads like? The traveler answered him, they are excellent, they are modern, they are so smooth. So all of you write here, roads were modern. Write it in the blank, roads were modern. Picture number 4. What the reporter is asking to the traveler? He's asking, did you meet many people? Students, can you see here? Many people are sitting over here, isn't it? So the traveler answered him, yes, we met lots of people in the hotel and on the beach also. They were very friendly and they were very funny also. And they told us many jokes also. So he enjoyed a lot with them. So all of you write here lots of people. In the blank you all will write lots of people. So the question was, did you meet many people? Yes, lots of people. Okay. Now we have finished lesson 1. All students, please write the answers of exercise 2 just in front of all the questions in your textbook. And then write the answers given by the traveler in exercise number 4. Hope you all have understood. This is the end of our today's class. Okay, goodbye.